In this video, I'll provide an in-depth overview of the upcoming PDC World Championship 2025. To break it down, I've categorized the players into groups that highlight their current form, experience, and potential impact on the tournament. Here's how I've divided them. The favorites: experience, dangerous, ready to win, outsiders, in crisis, best of the rest. In the course of the video, I will explain each category, and we will see which players belong to it. Let's start. The first category is favorites. Here there is no doubt, we are obviously talking about Lukehumphries and lukelittler. They have dominated the season. Humphries has won the World Championship, World Match Play, Player Championship Finals, World Cup, and is runner-up at the UK Open, World Grand Prix, and the Premier. A crazy season, not least Littler, who won the Premier, Grand Slam of Darts and World Series Finals, and is runner-up in the World Championship and Player Championship Finals. As you can see from the statistics, they have played all year at a very high level and are virtually identical. They have already faced each other in 3 major finals this year, 2 wins for Humphries and 1 for Littler. They are on the same side of the scoreboard, so they could meet in the semifinals. I think all darts fans can only hope for. We move on to the second category, called experience. Here we find 4 former world champions, namely Garyanderson, Rob Cross, Michaelvangerwen, and Michael Smith. I have grouped them under the word experience because, apart from obviously having the talent to win, they could use that very experience to try and annoy the Humphries-Littler duo. If we look at the season averages, Anderson is above everyone else, Gary continues to play at a very high level, he even has a higher season average than Littler and Humphries, but age is making itself felt. And for me, in such a long competition for this, cannot be put at the level of the 2 young Luke. For the rest, even though the season for Cross, MVG, and Smith has not been the best, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go much further. As a former world champion Barney is missing, let's just say that since his return he has never shown continuity of performance, and I honestly don't think he can win the title. Third category: dangerous. In this category, we find a group of players that we cannot give as favorites, and if they won, they would be a bit of a surprise, but for skill and experience, they are always dangerous, and on the right day, they can beat anyone. Specifically, Noppert is the one who has shown a better level during the year, followed by Wade and Chisnell. Wade always solid and consistent. Chisnell in the last few tournaments has struggled a lot, but during the year, he has shown good things at times. Vandenberg, Clayton, and Aspinall have struggled more. Asp has had injury problems again this year, and this has affected him a lot. But now he seems to be back. Clayton slightly on the upswing, but still far from his dominance in 2021 to 2022. Vandenberg has struggled, but is always able to find the high point like when he won the UK Open at the beginning of the year. The danger when you face a player from this group is always around the corner. Let's move on to the fourth category: ready to win? Here we have a group of players who have been playing at a high level for years now, but in terms of results they have gathered little. If we look back over the last 3 years, we find a Masters win for Bunting and Dobie, a European Championship win for Ross Smith, no major wins for Rock and Hedda, only wins in the Pro and European Tour for them. If we look at the statistics, we see that the level is high, great averages, great 180 hitters, they just missed that one click to get to the major win. If I had to make a choice, I'd go with Bunting. Since he started playing heavier darts, he's been on the rise. But if any player in this group makes a long run, I wouldn't be surprised at all. They have what it takes to go all the way. Fifth category: outsiders. In this category, we have 3 young players with great potential and in great condition. Wessel Nijman came back this year after being disqualified and showed great things, even winning a player championship. Gian van Veen has been playing at a great level for 2 years. He has also just won the World Youth Championship. Mike de Decker won the World Grand Prix this year. He actually could have been among the favorites for the level of play and awareness acquired, but I preferred to put him in the outsiders because of his lack of experience in the World Championship. If we look at the statistics, we see all 3 around 95 average. Wessel, Nijman, and de Decker are also 2 great 180 hitters. I personally expect great things from these 3 guys. The show is assured. We move on to the 6th category, called crisis. In this category, we find 3 high-profile players: who have, however, struggled quite a bit this year. Joe Cullen is in a technical crisis. He has annulled months of performances around an 85 average. Gerwyn Price played at a good level. Despite this, he collected 0 trophies and a series of disasters at major level. Price's crisis is more in his head. He has stated that he is considering to quit, as he is suffering being away from his family. Peter Wright has been struggling for a couple of years. His wife's health problems have greatly affected his performance. If we look at the statistics, it confirms what has been said. Cullen and Wright with low averages if we think of their potential, Price at a good level but nevertheless 0 wins. Although struggling, Price and Wright are 2 champions, and who knows if they will be able to find the right form in the World Championship? Cullen is more difficult to do so. So much potential for Joe, but never too much continuity. We came to the last category, which I called Best of the Rest. In this category, I have put the players without the tour card present at the World Championship who could do well. I have put 1 per continent. For Europe, we have Nico Springer, a great talent. He has not yet decided to start his career as a pro, but the times we have seen him play, like at the European Tour, he has shown all his talent. For Asia, I have chosen Tomoya Goto. You could also choose Iligan, who is now at home at the World Championship, but I chose Goto because I really like his style, and I think he is a very good player. For Oceania, Ben Robb, he is also a regular presence at the World Championship. He did discreet things, but I think he has much more potential than he has shown. For America, Stowe Bunce, already present last year, has played the whole year at a good level, and above all is capable of great peaks of play, certainly fearsome. For Africa, Cameron Carolison, the only African participant, annual average around 80, hard to think he can beat Wessel Nijman in the first round. At the end of the video, we make an analysis of the draw. Let's analyze 1 quadrant at a time. Let's start with the top left one in orange. Clear favorite Lukehumphries. The quarterfinal will be interesting. It could be against Bunting, Hedda, or De Decker. Personally, I would like to see Humphries De Decker. Of the non-top seed, watch out for Connor Scott, in great form. We move on to the lower left-hand quadrant in blue. Here too, there is a clear favorite, Lukelittler. There could be a quarterfinal with Van Veen, who is in great form, but watch out for Rob Cross, who is always dangerous in major tournaments. In the non-top seed, the match between Williams and Springer is interesting. I expect a lot of 180s. Let's go with the top right quadrant in green. Favorite on paper, Michael Smith. But I think anything could happen here. So many players at a similar level, it will depend a lot on who comes in the best form. Personally, I'm hoping for a long run for Josh Rock. Among the non-top seeds, watch out for Wessel Nijman. I wouldn't be that surprised to see him make it to the quarterfinals. Let's analyze the last quadrant, bottom right in yellow. 2 favorites, Van Gerwen and Garyanderson, whom I put on a par, could find themselves one between Chisnell and Vandenberg in the quarterfinal, Schindler permitting. Watch out for Ross Smith, ready to give battle to the Gary MVG duo. In the non-top seeds, I don't see any particularly interesting matches. Thanks for watching the video. Write in the comments if you would have put any players in different categories, or if any are missing. Enjoy the World Championship.